Whether you're just getting started in print on demand or even if you're an experienced seller, one of the things that can be the most challenging is finding quality graphics to use, especially if you are not a graphic designer yourself. If you're looking for a source of commercial use graphics for your print on demand business, then stick around because I'm going to review 4 different sources of graphics that I have used in the past and that I recommend. Hey everybody, Jeff here for POD Insights, the podcast and YouTube channel. As I mentioned in the intro there, we're going to take a look at some sources for commercial use graphics that I found helpful over the last couple of years as a print-on-demand seller. I've got a range of options here that include low cost and a little bit higher cost depending on what types of resources you're looking for. Now, I'm not going to talk about Canva in this video other than to say Canva can be a good source of some graphics that you can use in designs. Just be careful how you use them because of their licensing agreement. You are allowed to use Canva's graphic elements in designs as long as you take different elements and combine them to create a final design. So Canva can be a great resource as long as you know what you're doing with regard to the commercial rights that you have. But like I said, we're not going to go into Canva in this video. We're going to talk about 4 different sources for commercial use graphics that are safe to use for print on demand. The first source of print-on-demand graphics that I ever used was AllSunsets. AllSunsets is a great source for those vintage, retro, sunset-style graphics that have been very popular for the last few years. Their cost is also relatively low. Currently, their pricing is $43 for a 1-year subscription. You do get a little bit of a discount if you go for a longer subscription. For example, it's $79 for 2 years. And if you're thinking, well, how many retro sunset backgrounds do I really need? They have quite a selection here. And this is actually the catalog they offer where you can pay for individual files because they also offer you the ability to buy individual files, which I don't really recommend unless there's a really specific one you need that you're going to be reusing a lot. Otherwise, a subscription is usually a better value because there's unlimited downloads. After you've bought a certain number of individual ones, it would have been worth it just to get the subscription. But for example, let's say they had a couple of designs that were perfect for you to create multiple of your own designs from. They're only 99 cents to download, so spend a couple dollars and then create a whole bunch of designs from those. That can actually be worth it. And they have a whole range of designs. They're not all retro sunsets, but they do have a huge selection of graphics, which, by the way, AllSunsets licensing requires you to make some type of change to their designs before you offer them for sale. So these would all be something to sort of be the base of a design, and then you add your own graphics and text to them to make a final design. They have all different kinds of themes. They have holiday themed ones. They just have a really big catalog. So this can be a great source if this style of design fits with sort of your vision for what types of designs you want to sell. It can definitely be worth the subscription there. Now, the owners of AllSunsets also have a second site that's a source of American flag-themed graphics called All American Graphics. As you can imagine, their graphics are more focused on having the American flag in them, but again, they have a big range of different designs that go for holidays, different themes, all kinds of stuff. So again, if your theme for your brand, for your print-on-demand business fits with this one could also be a good source of graphics for you. And the pricing is exactly the same as AllSunsets. Moving on to one of my absolute favorite sources, and this is a recent addition. I did not use this source of graphics until I would say about 7-8 months ago, but it has rapidly become one of my favorite sources, is Creative Fabrica. As you can see in the banner across the top of the screen, you can get the All Access Annual Pass for just $59 for a year, and if you don't cancel it, it will keep renewing at that price forever, and that is a fantastic deal for what you get. And that's because Creative Fabrica is not just commercial use graphics. They also have a gigantic catalog of fonts. So if you ever are looking for a specific font to go in a design, all you have to do is come to their font section or run a search and then filter your search results to fonts, and chances are they'll have something that fits what you're looking for. But they do also have a great catalog of designs, and they make it very easy to filter your results down to graphics that are safe to use for print on demand. In the left sort of navigation of search results, they have all their filters here, and usually it's the last one. They have a checkbox for print on demand, and that way you can filter your search results and you know that now all of these results are safe to use for your print on demand business. They also have some other great tools included in the subscription, including word cloud creation. So you can actually add a bunch of words that you want to have in here and then select the shape that you want. And they will create a word cloud in that shape for you, which is one of those types of designs that maybe you've seen before and wondered, like, how do people do that? They use a tool like this. They don't all use Creative Fabrica, but they use a tool like this that helps them create one of these types of designs very quickly. You can pretty much change any of the parameters here to make it exactly what you want. So overall, I think Creative Fabrica is an excellent balance of what you get for the price. To me, it's one of the best value options out there currently. Now, if you're looking for sort of a step up in your print-on-demand designs, as well as some additional functionality and different tools, you may want to take a look at Vexels. Vexels is a little bit of a pricier option. However, they have a gigantic catalog of commercial use for print-on-demand graphics. They also have a mock-up tool. They even have a web-based design creation tool that lets you make a t-shirt design and then download it without having to use any extra software. We'll talk about the pricing first, and then I'll show you some of those extra features. Generally speaking, the regular merch plan on the left side of the screen here is the one that should work for most print-on-demand sellers. You get 100 downloads per month. You can also request 2 custom designs per month. More on that in just a minute. And it also gets you access to all of the other tools that they offer. So if you pay annually, that will cost $261 per year. If you pay monthly, that is $29 per month. However, they do run sales a couple times per year. They almost always do a Black Friday sale, and then occasionally they'll throw another one out there at some other point during the year where you get around a 40% discount off of these prices. So if you can wait for one of those sales, you can get a pretty good deal. They also have a lifetime subscription, which I think is a great value, and this is actually the subscription that I have to Vexels. The cost is $690. However, if you can wait for one of those deals, again, this will be about 40% off, and it brings the price down to around $400. With the lifetime subscription, you get 200 downloads per month and 1 custom design request per month. However, the benefit of this is that you pay for it once and then you're done. If you stay in business for 50 years, you never have to pay for this again, and you never lose commercial rights to actually use the designs that you downloaded. One important thing about Vexels to know is that if you go with, say, a monthly subscription and you make a bunch of designs and then you cancel your subscription, your commercial use rights to those graphics ends when your subscription ends. So that is a big benefit to the lifetime subscription. You never have to worry about losing the rights to keep using their graphics. Now, Vexels has a gigantic catalog, as I mentioned, and they're adding to it. They add to it literally every day. They have individual graphic elements in both SVG and PNG format that you can download if you're looking to create your own design and combine different elements. They also have a lot of finished print-ready designs that they put out every month, which I would still personally recommend customizing at least a little bit so that you're not offering the exact same design as other sellers. But one great way that they actually help you do that is they have PSD template files, which already have a lot of really cool effects in them that you can download. For example, this is a PSD file that you can download, which opens in Photoshop, Photopea, any software that will work with a PSD file. And it has all of the separate layers for these designs. Some of them even include multiple options for you to edit. And you can edit the text, you can edit the images that you see to customize them, but you don't have to do all the heavy lifting of creating the interesting effects and color schemes and things like that. So I really like these PSD template files a lot, and I've used them several times to create my designs. They also have some KDP designs for book covers and interiors if you do Amazon KDP. One feature that I really like that you get with your subscription is the mockup generator. They're constantly adding to their catalog of mockups, and it's very simple to use. For example, let's say we were making a design for a tote bag. Here is a mockup that they have available for a tote bag, which you can change the color of the tote bag. You simply upload your finished design to it. You resize the design and you move around the position to anywhere you need it. And there you go. Now you can download your mockup and you can even choose the size that you actually want to get the file in. I think it's a great feature to be included because their subscription prices are a little bit higher than some other resources. So I think it's great that it comes with a mockup creator. I mentioned the design request process as well. Depending on which subscription you go for, you may have 1 or 2 requests that you can make per month. Basically, what you're doing is you're requesting a custom graphic, and it could be an individual graphic element or a finished design or a pattern. It can be any of these product types here. You can say that it's a t-shirt, a book cover, a pattern. You can request any of these designs, and basically all you have to do is describe what you want. You can even attach or link to reference material if there's like something that you want to sort of replicate the style of. And then within a few days, you'll get back your custom-made graphic. One thing that's important to note is the design requests, when they're completed, they're not exclusive to you. However, they're not placed in the catalog immediately. So you will have exclusive use of them. I've seen it range anywhere from 2 weeks to a month before my custom request has showed up in the catalog. So they do give you some time to be the first one to go out and publish product listings with that design. However, it will be put into the catalog for everybody. So I really like Vexels, and for me, the combination of having both Creative Fabrica and Vexels is a really powerful combo to have. I can usually find anything that I need between the two, and I really like the tools that Vexels has available. But you certainly don't need to have both. One or the other will take you a long way in improving your print-on-demand designs. The last option that I have for you is a little bit of a curveball. So this is Kittl, which is a commercial use graphics design tool. It's a web-based tool, but they also have a huge catalog of graphics and editing capabilities for you. It's kind of like a more advanced version of Canva. It's a web-based editing tool, but there's a lot more that you can do with the graphics in Kittl compared to the limited ways that you can edit graphics in Canva. They also have a huge and ever-expanding catalog of templates that you can use to start your designs. And I really like their catalog of templates because it can give me design ideas or give me an idea for a theme that I want to use. And you can also start by searching or filtering by what the type is. So for example, if I select t-shirts here, it's going to filter to the design templates that have been tagged as t-shirt templates. And then of course you can search by keyword as well if you're looking for something specific. But sometimes I just like to browse these to get an idea for, like the theme. If I'm looking for maybe an 80s theme or something like that, I might see a design that sort of sparks my interest, and then I'll use that template to create my own design. And the great thing about their templates is that every single element that you see is something that you can edit and change, and it's very easy. This web-based editing tool is very intuitive. In this design, let's say I wanted to change the surfer to something else. So let's select just the surfer and get him out of there. Then if we go to the elements catalog here, I could search for a boat instead and see if I can find a boat that I want to put in here. Now, when I add a boat to the design, it's usually going to come in, it may come in with unique colors. Sometimes it comes in with a color that already goes well with the design, but you can certainly change the color to something that's already here in the document if you want to. I think I liked that color that it already was. Reposition it slightly. So it's very easy to edit all of your templates, and you can change the whole color scheme. You can change anything that you want to pretty easily with Kittl. Another great thing about Kittl is you can download in PNG or SVG format if you go for one of the paid plans. And of course, the benefit with SVGs is that being a vector, they're scalable, so you can use them on any size product without worrying about the print quality. As for the pricing for Kittl, the Pro plan, which is the sort of base plan where you get all the commercial rights that you need and access to everything, that comes out to $120 if you pay annual, or it's $15 a month. The Expert plan gets you access to all of the catalog of templates. The only real difference there is that you get access to more templates that are labeled as sort of premium, and you also get more upload space to upload your own graphics to use as part of your designs, which is another helpful feature they have. That one costs $288 if you pay annually, or $30 a month. So I've enjoyed using Kittl. It can actually be sort of an all-in-one solution for you since they have templates and graphics built in, as well as the ability to upload your own graphics and your own fonts so that you can make your own customized designs. And one thing that's important to factor in here is that if you are able to use a tool like Kittl to make all of your designs, then you don't need to pay for a separate graphic design software like Photoshop. Kittl also has an AI image generation feature which can help you create your own custom elements, and the subscriptions come with a certain number of credits that you can use for each billing cycle, basically for each month. What you do is you describe what you're looking for. So I described a leprechaun with 4-leaf clover, and then you pick an image style. You can pick from actual like art styles, or you can pick from clip art styles. So I picked a kawaii icon, and I described leprechaun with 4-leaf clover, and this is what it generated. So these tools are not perfect, obviously. It's not always going to generate something that you can use in your final design, but these are interesting tools that I think will continue to get better, and it is included with the subscription. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful, especially if you are on the hunt right now for a new source of commercial graphics for your print-on-demand business. Of course, all the links to these resources are in the description, so check those out if you're interested in any of them. If you did find this video helpful, do me a favor and hit that like button so YouTube can show it to more people, and subscribe to the POD Insights channel if you haven't, so that you can be notified when I come out with future videos. If you have already, then thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. See you next time.